Good evening, and welcome to your AI Daily Press evening podcast for February 20, 2026. I'm your host, Walter. Firstly, tensions between the US and Iran remain high, with Iranian officials announcing their willingness to consider investment proposals from the US as part of a potential deal. The United Nations nuclear chief has warned of major risks if a deal is not reached, highlighting the need for diplomatic efforts to succeed. Secondly, the humanitarian crisis in Ukraine continues to worsen, with many cities and occupied regions struggling with basic necessities like heat, water, and healthcare. Human rights groups have reported widespread tensions and suffering among the local population, despite Russian promises of socio-economic development. Lastly, a developing story from France has sparked concerns about terrorism and political violence following the killing of a far-right activist. The U.S. State Department has weighed in on the matter, warning about the rise of violent radical leftism, while experts argue that both sides must be held accountable for their actions. These stories highlight the complexities of global politics and the need for peaceful resolutions to ongoing conflicts. We'll continue to monitor these situations and provide updates as more information becomes available, and that's the way it is. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
You, Walter, and then shall know it's right now. Firstly, in Venezuela, the political situation continues to unfold with the opposition leader Juan Guaidó declaring himself interim president, challenging Nicolás Maduro's rule. The international community is divided, with some countries recognizing Guaidó and others standing by Maduro. We'll continue to monitor this developing story and provide updates as more information becomes available. Secondly, in a remarkable architectural achievement, the Sagrada Familia in Barcelona has reached its maximum height with the placement of a cross on its central tower. This iconic structure, designed by Antoni Gaudí, now stands at an impressive 564 feet above the city, making it the world's tallest church. The completion of this project is a testament to human creativity and perseverance. Lastly, in the Indian Ocean, the fate of the Chagos Islands remains uncertain. A group of British Shakasians, who were forcibly removed from their homeland by the British government in the 1960s, have been protesting against a deal between the UK and Mauritius that would hand over control of the islands. A judge has temporarily blocked the deportation of 4 individuals, but the situation is complicated by international politics, with the US president weighing in on the issue. These stories highlight the complexities of global politics, human rights, and cultural heritage. We'll continue to follow these developments and provide in-depth analysis and updates on future podcasts. Now for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. In our latest episodes, we've been covering some significant stories that are making waves in the world of economics and geopolitics. Firstly, we took a deep dive into the recent agreement between Gentry Beach and Novatek to develop natural gas in Alaska. This deal has sparked interest and concern, given the complex web of sanctions and US-Russia relations. We explored the potential implications of this partnership and the questions it raises about ethics, accountability, and the role of business in international affairs. We also shed light on a complex network of oil trading companies that appear to be circumventing sanctions imposed on Russian oil exports. Our investigation revealed a web of entities based in the United Arab Emirates, using generic names for the oil and routing shipments through third-party locations to avoid detection. We identified key players, including Redwood Global Supply, and spoke to experts who suggest that while these tactics create additional costs and complexities, they ultimately allow the flow of oil to continue. Lastly, we examined the latest developments in the U.S. economy, including the recent GDP growth and the impact of sanctions on international trade. We also touched on the challenges of enforcing international sanctions and the intricacies involved in navigating the complex landscape of global economics. As always, we'll continue to bring you in-depth analysis and updates on these stories as more information becomes available. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. First, we took a closer look at Elon Musk's ambitious plan to build a lunar server farm, powered by a massive solar array and cutting-edge mass driver technology. While experts hail it as a revolutionary step forward, they also caution that the challenges ahead are significant and the timeline proposed by Musk may be overly optimistic. Next, we explored the latest developments in the space industry, including NASA's efforts to address hydrogen fuel leaks plaguing the Space Launch System rocket, and the potential impact of upcoming launches by SpaceX's Starship and Blue Origin's New Glenn rockets on the city of Cape Canaveral. Lastly, we examined the recent breakthroughs in private space companies, such as Chinese launch company iSpace securing a record-breaking funding round to accelerate its reusable rocket development efforts, and Beijing Interstellar Glory Space Technology, LETSD, attracting significant investment despite strong competition from other launch startups. These stories represent just a few of the many exciting developments happening in the world of space exploration. Join us tomorrow on the AI Daily Press for more in-depth analysis and updates on these and other fascinating topics. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. We've been following the thrilling world of winter sports at the Milan Cortina Olympics, where athletes have been pushing the limits of human endurance and skill. From the death-defying slopes of ski jumping to the strategic precision of curling, these games have had it all. We've also seen the incredible culture of perfectionism in figure skating, as well as the carefree spirit of snowboarders who embody a more relaxed, fun-loving attitude. But perhaps one of the most significant stories to emerge from these Olympics is the trailblazing achievement of women who are redefining the boundaries of female athleticism and motherhood. We've seen incredible examples of women like Ilana Myers-Taylor, Kendall Coyne-Schofield, and Kirsty Coventry, who are boldly challenging societal norms and showing the world that it's possible to have it all, a successful career in sports and a family, without sacrificing one dream for another. As we look to the future, it's essential to acknowledge the significance of this moment. We're witnessing a paradigm shift in how we perceive female potential and achievement, and these athletes are leaving an indelible mark on our collective consciousness. They're not just winners of medals, they're champions of change, paving the way for a world where every individual can strive for excellence without bounds. We'll continue to bring you updates, insights, and stories from the forefront of sports and beyond. Stay informed and let the spirit of these incredible athletes inspire you. This is Howard, signing off. Now, for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Curl.
Thank you, Howard. First, we took a closer look at the upcoming collaboration between Dungeons & Dragons and Magic: The Gathering, two beloved gaming franchises under the Wizards of the Coast umbrella. This innovative partnership promises to bring together the richly detailed worlds of both series, unlocking new levels of creativity and imagination for fans. Next, we explored the recent announcement of the Fuji Rock Festival lineup, which will take place from July 26 to 28 at the Naiba Ski Resort in Niigata Prefecture, Japan. The festival boasts an eclectic mix of performers, including headlining acts like the XX, Kruungbin, and Massive Attack, as well as talented domestic artists like Fuji Kaze. Lastly, we also touched on the unique experience that Fuji Rock Festival offers, which goes beyond just the music. The event celebrates community, creativity, and human connection, making it a truly special occasion for attendees. We also briefly mentioned the recent announcement of the Magic: The Gathering and Dungeons & Dragons crossover, as well as the reveal of the new Magic: The Gathering set featuring characters from the popular card game. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. First, we explored the intriguing connection between art and life through the story of Hedvig Brosch, a talented artist whose Unknown Woman painting has an unintended yet profound link to the themes in Johanna Trier's movies. It's a powerful reminder that sometimes it's the unexpected connections that leave the most lasting impressions. Next, we delved into the world of cinematography with Johanna Coelho, the brilliant mind behind the hit show, The Pit. We discovered how her unique approach to camera work creates an immersive experience for viewers, drawing us into the characters' emotional journeys. If you haven't checked out The Pit yet, trust me, it's a must-watch. Finally, we reported on the passing of talented actor Eric Dane, known for his iconic roles in Grey's Anatomy and Euphoria. We honored his legacy, not only for his impressive body of work, but also for his courage and dedication to raising awareness about ALS. Our condolences go out to his loved ones during this difficult time. Can we talk about how much I love a good story? Oh, grow up. I know you're all thinking it too. Now for the latest in nature and environment, here is David Attenacher.
Thank you, Joan. Firstly, we looked at the alarming rate of climate change in Antarctica, where rising temperatures are causing significant changes to the Antarctic Peninsula's ecosystem. Researchers warn that even under the best-case scenario, the region will experience a shrinkage of the ocean food web, leading to shifts in wildlife populations. In our second story, we delved into the fascinating world of parrot communication, where yellow-naped Amazon parrots have been found to possess complex vocal signals resembling language-like characteristics. These critically endangered birds are capable of having human-like conversations, and it's essential that we protect them and their habitats. Lastly, we examined a story about the impact of human activities on local ecosystems, focusing on the plight of a community affected by flooding and the importance of sustainable urban planning. These stories remind us of the urgent need to address climate change, conserve our planet's precious biodiversity, and take action to mitigate the effects of human activities on the environment. We will continue to monitor these developments and provide updates as more information becomes available. And that completes our evening podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until tomorrow morning, I'm David Attenacher for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.